This is Cash Content and Chaos, a podcast about money, entrepreneurship, creativity, and last but not least, sex work. We have honest and authentic conversations with people building real income in unconventional industries without shame, without judgment, and without doing it alone. I'm Catherine Studley, founder of The Only Consultant and Prisma Tax Group. Let's get into it. Hey guys, before we get into this episode, I do just want to mention the sound is very low quality in this, unfortunately. I did have a microphone with me, but for some reason it didn't work. So the sound here is from my second phone, which was kind of like on the other side of the room. So you can still understand us, but I do just want to apologize about the graininess of this. But it's a great conversation, and I hope you enjoy. Hello, and welcome back. Today I am with one of my favorite clients, May Seed. So May Seed, thank you so much for hosting us in your beautiful home and for joining me today at Cash Talk.
Of course. Thank you so much for having me. I'm thrilled.
Oh my God, you guys, we are thrilled. We literally so excited to meet each other in person finally after working together for maybe 4 years, I think. Yeah. So tell us a little bit about yourself and about your business.
Well, I'm Macy. I live in Miami, Florida, and I moved here from Arkansas about 4 years ago, thanks to content creation. And ever since then, life has just been crazy. It's amazing. I love it. I love doing. So really thankful for you because you make my life so much easier, and I don't know what I'd do.
It's been a journey. So Macy and I actually got connected because I was giving a free tax webinar, and you were like one of like the 6 people that happened to be in that. And by then you already had your OnlyFans page was going, your brand was going, and we like immediately got her set up with tax compliance and S Corp and the works, which has set the foundation for this beautiful condo. Congratulations. When did you move in here?
Moved in July.
It's giving self-made this, and that's on business for sure. So tell us a little bit about your history and your story. So you're originally from Arkansas, and where were you working when you started OnlyFans? How did you hear about it? Like what led to you starting the page?
So, I was living in Arkansas and I was working as a zipline facilitator and a tour guide on a crystal line, which was really cool. Not a lot of money.
Yeah.
Not a lot of money in that. So someone actually had reached out to me and they were like, you should try OnlyFans. Like you should just start a page and see like what could happen. And this was at a time where like OnlyFans was just starting to take off. It was during COVID. And I was like, you know what? It wouldn't hurt to try. Like, I'll just do bikini pictures. Like, I'll just do something really easy and simple. And, no money can hurt. I just need it. I need it. I was a broke college student. I just would take any money anyone would give me at that point. And so I started, and it was just kind of fate because something happened that same week where there was this video that went viral of me. Someone had taken of me. And I had never had a viral video. I really did too much with social media. I started my OnlyFans with 10,000 Instagram followers and like got viral. And I also got accepted to be on OnlyFans and be paid that same week. And I made $3,000 my very first week. And I was like, this is insane money. I worked for 3 years straight to make $3,000 or have $3,000 in my bank account. And I just got that in a week. So I was like, wow, I didn't even know that this is something I could do. And I wasn't even showing anything at that point. So that's where it kind of started for me.
Love it. So 2 things I want to dig into there. One is fate and like manifestation and the divine, because my girl's tapped in to whatever there is to be tapped in. May Seeds has a pulse on it because this is like definitely how you operate. And the second is work ethic. And I think to have those 2 things together is like where magic happens literally and where business happens, because you can be plugged in and you can manifest and do affirmations all day long. Or if you're not interested in doing the work, then nothing's going to happen. So talk to us about manifestation, visualization, your experience with that.
I'm so excited. I've been a manifesting queen for years, way before I started my OnlyFans page. And I think that's kind of how it even started, is because I was manifesting more money into my life. And I let the universe bring that to me in the way that it wanted to, instead of like holding on to what I think how it should happen. When you let go of the how, there's so many limitless magical opportunities that can come your way, because when you're so fixated on it has to be this way, you're limiting yourself, because the universe, just limitless opportunities. So if you're only set on this one thing, then you're kind of almost like blocking your blessings in a way. You can block your blessings if you're not open to what the universe has in store for you. And so like I said, I've been a manifesting queen for quite some time. My favorite things to do to help me like tap into the vibration that I'm trying to manifest are like affirmations. I'm an affirmation queen. One of my favorites is I am richer than I could have ever imagined. That one's so good. So good.
Come on.
I mean, I would have never imagined that I'd own a condo on the beach with floor to ceiling panoramic view. Like, that's insane to me. And I knew I was going to buy a condo this year. I've been saving up, ready to put like the down payment and everything. Is everything works out for me even better than I expected to. And I get everything I want and more. The condo I originally thought I was going to buy, this one puts it to shame. And it was also oceanfront. It was a beautiful condo, but this is just even better than I could have ever imagined. Like, word for word, these affirmations, whenever you pour in energy into them, you can't just like mindlessly say it like and expect things to change. You have to like tap into that feeling, that vibration. Everything is energy. When you tap into that vibration, you're able to be a magnet to that same frequency and allow it in. If you're not matching that frequency, then it can't come to you. You can only attract what you're on the frequency of. So that was like one thing for me, is I really wanted to get out of like the victim, like poor, like just lack mindset that I had grown up seeing, that I wanted to really change my brain and rewire my brain to attract abundance and success and work and do things from a state of abundance rather than a state of lack, because that's how I was able to attract more abundance and more prosperity. So it's amazing that like those things, like especially visualization, that's so, so powerful. Your brain doesn't know the difference between imagination and what's real. So if you're constantly imagining your life, like say when I wanted to buy this house, I put the offer in and I started visualizing myself living in this house. And I didn't just like see it in my mind, I also felt it. Like, I felt myself in the shower. I felt the wind from ocean on my skin while I'm standing on the balcony. Like, I made it so real for myself that it had no other choice but to come into my life, because that's just the law of attraction. That's just how the universe works. And yeah, so visualization is really amazing, but also you can't do those things without putting in the work. That is just as important. If you're going to say and do all these things, you have to have the action to back it up so that it can actually come to you. If you're just doing nothing, then how are you supposed to get anywhere? How are you, if you're being stagnant, then so will your manifestation. But if you're being proactive and working, then that manifestation can also be proactive and work for you.
It does. I know. I feel that as well. Like, I mean, I have similar stories about manifestation and visualization. And I was just telling you about a picture I have on my vision board from like 3 years ago. And now like the apartment that I'm in looks exactly the same. It just, it has to be real because of the way it works out.
Yeah.
And it is a feeling. And it sounds a little woo-woo. And you're like, I don't know, is this corny? But then it works out a couple times. And you're like, so a lot of very successful and happy and fulfilled people say the same thing too. So it's not just something that's woo-woo. Obviously, there's something to it. How do you protect and renew your energy?
I think a lot of times, especially nowadays, like hustle culture is so big that we feel like we always have to be go, go, go nonstop, especially as a content creator. You have to be on top of the trends. You have to post consistently. Like, everything you do has to be consistent. It has to be a lot. You have to work for every single platform, do different content for every platform. It's a lot to do. And I think a lot of times people neglect the fact that rest is a positive thing. And I definitely tried to work every single day And I did. I worked every single day for a year straight. I made at least 25 TikToks every single day for a year straight. Some days I'd make over 100. I changed my outfit 5 times and I was just constantly pumping out content and it wasn't sustainable. Eventually I crashed and I burned. And for like 2 or 3 months, I was just in a rut where I felt like I couldn't do anything. I was like, continue doing this job
Yeah.
because I just didn't have it in me anymore. And so I think that once I hit that point, I realized I need to make this a more sustainable process for me. I'm going to incorporate regular rest days and make sure that I am taking the time that I need for myself. Because what's the point of working all day, every day, and you never get to enjoy it?
No.
That's not a life worth living. So I think that me making sure that I'm checking in on myself, even on a work day. How am I feeling? Is there something that I need? Is there something that I need to do? Is there something that maybe I shouldn't do because I'm not feeling it too much today? I never want to force it, but I do want to like encourage myself to get done what I need to get done. And then on my rest days, like I'm strictly resting. I'm not like some days I'm just horizontal. And I may not feel the best about it in the moment. I'm like, oh, I should be doing something, or like I feel like I'm like itching to like get something done. I need to be productive because it's just like how we feel when we're like constantly working and like in an environment where it's easy to compare everyone else's work to yours and you feel like you're behind if you like take one day off. But myself that chance to just take a break and a rest and respect that boundary within myself that, hey, I need this. I need this for myself today. I always feel so much better afterwards. And then it like revitalizes my creative juices and I'm able to get more work done and feel more in the flow of it and enjoy it more, which when I'm enjoying it more, I see more return out of it. So I always just remind myself that the work is going to get done. But you deserve a day to relax and just enjoy your life and make time for having fun too. Because it's so easy to just make everything about business when there's no limits to how much you can make or how much you can work. No one's telling you you can't. No one's telling you like this is the cap. It's so easy to just like chase, chase, chase that you stop living and you turn into like a robot to like a slave to the money and the business. You know?
Yeah. An algorithm.
Yes.
Because social media doesn't stop. So if you want to make 200 TikToks a day, you can. And there's people to consume it. So it's you managing yourself and then in turn managing your business and like determining what those limits are.
Yeah.
Right. Which brings us to our next topic, which is my girl operates with no agency. Okay. So listen, I've been doing her bookkeeping. Okay. We're looking at the numbers and this has been completely scaled without an agency. I think you said you worked with someone for a couple months, didn't feel like it was a good fit. So talk to me about how your business is structured and how you've been able to scale it by like building a team essentially around you.
Yeah. So I don't like agencies. Never did, never will, don't care. Some people have great experiences with them. I don't. It doesn't fit me. It's not for me. Some people, it's for them. Whatever. Me, I prefer to go the assistant route, which I think a lot of people don't even realize this is a route they could take.
Yes, please tell the people.
So you can be a content creator and you can be extremely successful and you don't have to do every single little task there is out there with just yourself, but you also don't have to do that with an agency taking that like load off your plate. You can do it an assistant, someone who is personally helping you in your life. It could be a friend, someone that you know, someone that you trust, and you can just kind of show them the ins and outs of things and they can help you with filming content, making sure that your posts are scheduled, making sure that you're on top of posting on all of your socials, whatever you need, even if it's like I need you to like come over here and organize my clothes and do my laundry so that I can pick out my outfits for my photo shoots and my TikToks and make sure that I'm getting all the content I need and I can find everything easily. I'm saving time by you doing this or whatever it is that you may need. Like that has helped me so much. Ever since I hired my assistant, my life has gotten 10 times easier because I felt like it was like an ego thing for me where I wanted to just do everything all by myself all of the time. I was like, and also it's scary. Like you want to make sure that the people that are helping you, you can trust. And it's really, really hard, especially with agencies, to trust those people because 9 times out of 10, they tell you, oh, this is what we can do for you. And this is what we're going to do for you. You just have to give us like 30 or 40 or 50% of your income. And then they don't even deliver half of that. Or they say they're going to make you more money and you're ended up spending more than, you thought you were going to and not making as much as you thought. So you end up losing money. And it's just not a good time for anybody except for the people who are profiting off of
Yeah, it's a
you.
good time for someone.
It's
Yeah,
a
start
good
making a lot
time
of
for
money.
them.
Yeah.
But for me, no, I don't like that. So the assistant route is the best way for me. It's more personal. I can make sure everything's getting done exactly how I wanted to. They're not overseas and I'm like having a hard time getting in touch with them whenever I need, or, I'm working. So they're so like spread thin that I'm not getting the support I need. Whereas an assistant, she's for me, like she's here for me. She's making sure I'm supported. She's making sure everything's taken care of. And it's amazing, especially when she's someone or your assistant is someone who is willing to like do the work that you need them to do. You can kind of have someone to hold you accountable as well, because just as easy as it is to overwork, it's very easy to underwork because no one's telling you, get up, make TikToks, make reels, So
Great point.
it's amazing to have that accountability. Or even she'll be like, girl, take a rest. You
Okay.
work too much. Sit down, ice your feet, because I know they hurt. Like, yeah, you're right.
Okay. So that's good. So it's someone to hold you accountable kind of like in both ways though.
Mhm.
How long did you work on your own before you outsourced anything? And what were you doing? Like, tell us about that.
Oh gosh. Before I hired my assistant, I did everything by myself for like 3 or 3.5 years. And that was everything. I posted on every social media platform out there, full accounts on every platform. I did all of my like OnlyFans messages, my OnlyFans like editing all of my videos. I filmed all my videos all by myself, was scheduling all my content, posting everything, like everything in the book I was doing by myself. And now to like have an assistant come to like, she edits my videos, she helps me take pictures, she helps me schedule content for different platforms and different pages so that I'm not doing absolutely everything. So I have more time to have that one-on-one experience with my fans. And then also all I have to do is talk to my fans and make my content and then post on like my main Instagram or like my big backup Instagram. Like I'll run that myself, or my Snapchat, which is my favorite.
Talk about Snapchat, your new endeavor.
I love Snapchat so much. I love it because I think before I had this mindset that I'm an OnlyFans girl, so no one really cares about what I think or how I feel or who I am as a person. They only want to see my body, which is just crazy. There's plenty of people that support me and follow me that care more about other parts of me and not just my body. So Snapchat, I recently was verified on there, which has been amazing for business and just like awesome for myself as a creator because I'm branching out instead of just only doing sexy content. I'm also showing who I really am as a person and being more personable with them, showing my personality, doing behind the scenes. And it's been really fun a way to like interact with my fans outside of a sexual way. And I think it's just been so amazing. Like the feedback and support from that has been amazing. The translation from that to my OnlyFans income has also been amazing. So it's just really cool to see that it doesn't always have to be like me over sexualizing myself to get something out of it. I can also just look like crazy. Like absolute like I can look hungover as hell, hair not done, makeup still halfway on my face. I'm holding a camera and telling everyone about my night and they're like, wow, we love this shit this time. Like it could have been a little bit easier sometimes. So it's like really cool that there's so many ways that you can reach your audience, and then also making an income on there is just like a way to diversify. Like we're trying to make money in other ways instead of one source of income, which is just awesome.
Yep. And it seems like Snapchat is kind of speaking to the parasocial relationship that we're talking about with creators, which is, obviously AI is coming. That's beyond us. There's nothing we can do about it. But I think your success, a lot of it has to do with how authentic that you are. And people like know you have a fun personality and like they want to get to know you more. And like Snapchat kind of like gives you like space a little bit more. So I guess what do you think about parasocial relationships with content creators and your take on AI?
So I think with parasocial relationships, like if you're a content creator watching us, you should really work on trying to create parasocial relationships with your fans because the more you show yourself, the more they can relate to you and the more they feel close to you, which will turn out to be great in the long run because you're not going to be easily forgot about. You're going to be like, oh, where's that like flicking boogers off her finger the other day? Or farted in a handstand and posted it on her Snapchat like a crazy person. Like random like things that make you you, it's okay to show those things. And there's always good turnout with that, even though it can be really scary and you may think maybe they don't want to see that. They do. They do want to see it. If they don't care, they'll eat it up. And with AI, like especially like it can be really scary as a content creator because they're going to be perfect. They're going to be exactly what people want to see in a sense, but at the same time, they're not because nothing can ever replace the real human that you are. And some people want that human connection. It's not always about the looks. A lot of times people just want someone to talk to. People want someone that they feel like they actually like care about them. And a robot's really not going to be able to do that in the way that you can, The personality is not there because they're a robot. I wouldn't fear too much, especially like if you're a content creator watching this, like about they're going to take over and we're not going to have any more money for us and everyone's going to go with the bots. Listen, there are some people that's totally okay, but there is such an abundance of people who enjoy consuming content and there will always be a space for us and nothing can take that away from us. So don't give up. Keep going.
I agree. I agree with that wholeheartedly. I think that people are only spending more time on their phones and being plugged in. So if they're consuming AI content as well, there's still room for people to consume content by real people. But I think also as we get more plugged in, there'll be more humans who are farting when they're doing handstands because that wouldn't be part of ChatGPT's thing, like that's humanity though. And that's, I think, what a lot of fans want. And that's what they're trying to get at. So you've been in this industry now for a few years. Talk about the obstacles that you faced and how you've had to be resilient.
I did not realize coming into this industry that there was so many obstacles with it. I thought that it was going to be easy. Everyone talks about how easy it must be. This is the easy life, easy way out, whatever they say. And that's just not true. There's plenty of obstacles that come with it. And a lot of it, I just like the discrimination is one of the biggest things. And that's like everywhere you go. I know people who were denied getting a home of their job as a content creator, or people who were kicked out of their banks because they didn't support the type of business that the money was coming from. And it's really crazy. And it doesn't stop there. There's also every social media platform, every single one of them, you have to really tiptoe around these guidelines that are very inconsistent when it comes to being flagged and things. I've had Instagram accounts deleted, many TikTok accounts deleted. I've been deleted on Snapchat. And it's really frustrating and it can be very discouraging, especially when you work up to 1 million followers and it's gone. I'd be sick. And then you work up to 1 million followers again and then it's gone. That's happened to me.
So you rebuilt it?
Yeah.
Oh.
But then it got deleted again.
No.
But it's okay. Because if you could do it once and you could do it twice, you could definitely do it 3 times. There's no stopping. It's discouraging. It's really annoying. It's frustrating. We put in all this time, all this work, all this energy trying to create content and building these platforms just for it to be ripped away in a matter of seconds. And a lot of us end up paying $6,000, $9,000, crazy amounts of money just to get our account back. It's uncertain if it's going to stay, if it's going to be shown to non-followers, because even if you don't get your account deleted, likely you have issues with being shadow banned, which is just as bad because then you're not reaching your audience. I think a lot of people don't realize OnlyFans does not have a discover page.
Right.
Because I think people are like, why are you doing this on this site? Like, why are you promoting this here? Why don't you go to your OnlyFans page and promote it there? There's no one to promote it to if I don't put it on social media. I have to make an audience come to me over here and find my audience somehow, and how other social media. That's how everyone finds their audience. So there's a lot of work that has to go into the social media aspect. You have to have a good platform. You have to be careful. You have to be resilient, because even if you are really, really careful, you probably will be deleted. I'm telling you, I've actually been deleted on TikTok at least, I'm not exaggerating, 100 times. 100 times. I'm not exaggerating.
The whole account?
Yes. On 5, 6, 7 different phones. I have one phone. They just deleted the entire, like, the app was glitching. Like, it's gone. Like, I can't even use TikTok on that phone. I have 4 accounts. They all got deleted at once. One of them had 1 million followers.
Oh my God, that's sick.
So I paid to get that account back, $8,000.
Yeah, I got deleted.
Yeah.
I'm an accountant. I do taxes. And I got my account. And same thing. I had to go to Telegram, pay some guy thousands of dollars to get it back. And like, I'm in the same boat. I'm like, well, hope this works out. It's not 1 million followers, but it's my business. It's the same just by being associated to it all.
And that's crazy. Yeah. I think the discrimination is the biggest obstacle. But if you just stay consistent, you stay resilient, you don't give up, don't let them win. Do not let them win. You can do it. You know, they always say, like, fall down 7 times, stand up 8, or whatever it is. And it's basically the same thing in this situation. There's going to be things in the way, and they're not going to want to see you succeed. But you know what? They can't determine your fate. That's all on you. Get up, do it again, rebuild it. You have the content, save it, have it on a like, try to find some support within your industry, whether that's other creators, or, you know, if you have an agency, hopefully they're good and they have some sort of support for you. But I think that's definitely the biggest thing when it comes to obstacles, is just having to push past them, really.
Yeah. And that's in life and business, which is why, my friend, my girl, you deserve every foot of this condo and anything that comes your way, because you're putting in the work. Like, a lot of people would stop when they're 1 million follower TikTok gets deleted. Like, how'd you even get out of bed? Let alone, I'm like, all right, 25 TikToks a day, keep chugging, people will find you. They did, and it works and it pays off, but it takes hard work and consistency. It's more than just going viral. It's business systems. It's your mindset. Like, there's a lot holistically that plays into this, and that's what you're an excellent example of. So proud of you. Tell me about working with different people in the industry and your experience of that.
Collabs are amazing. They're a great way to find people to help you boost your business, whether that's giving you more eyes on you, more engagement, um, you know, monies and things like videos with them, and exposing your audience to them and their audience to you. That's amazing. But the thing is, with collabs, you do have to be extremely careful in this business, because there are people that just don't do things the right way, unfortunately. And that's whether it's a male creator or a female creator. I've had issues with a couple male creators. And actually, she worked with a girl, and this girl gets millions of views. I'm talking 25 million, 101 million, 75 million, 45 million views. Never tags my friend. My friend put time into working with this person that only got to profit off of her. That is not right. It's exploitation. So you have to be so careful that the person that you're working with is actually going to be someone that is good to work with, that isn't going to just take advantage of you and profit off of you. It should be a collaboration, should be mutually beneficial. You should both be able to get something out of it. And it's really hard because you can try your best to like bring up lawyers and things like that. Like you need to tag me, you need to do this. If it's taken on your phone, you own it. If it's taken on my phone, I own it. So you can't tell me what to do with the content I took on my phone. So it's like it's really weird. Just I suggest having contracts. I have contracts.
Yep.
And I make people sign those contracts because for instance, a lot of people promote on Twitter like their porn and they will film like a trailer basically. And I can't do that because I don't do any nudity for free. So my Twitter is completely covered. So when I work with other creators, especially if I'm making, I will make sure they're signed to this contract that I have that says they will not be posting any nudity of me on that's outside of a paywall. Anything nude with me has to be behind a paywall. So you can protect yourself. It's okay to have boundaries in this industry, and it's actually really, really important to have boundaries in this industry because it's very easy for people to take advantage of you, especially if they're not in it for the right reason or just kind of corrupt.
Yeah.
And especially like with men, not especially, but like I'm just saying because I have a really bad experience with a man, like make sure that the person you're working with is someone who has a good reputation and you have like reach out to the people that have worked with them before and ask them, hey, how was your experience with this person? Would you recommend working with them or would you work with them again? Because I made the mistake of working with someone without really checking too much into it. And I had one of the worst experiences of my life. And I was literally physically sick for a month straight afterwards.
Oh.
And like, I do think that like there's some energy exchange whenever we have sex. So even if it's just for work and it's just for the camera, like that energy is still being exchanged. And some people are evil. Some
Yeah.
people are not good to exchange that energy with. And you just have to be really, really careful because it can be really bad. And make sure you don't let anyone pressure you into anything that you're not comfortable doing. Always stay firm within yourself and your boundaries. There's nothing wrong with setting boundaries. If that doesn't work for someone, then maybe you guys just aren't a good fit to work together, and that's okay. There's plenty of other people to work with. There are like over 10 million creators. So there's plenty of people out there. And don't ever let anyone guilt trip you into doing something that you're not comfortable with because they will try.
That is good insight for sure and perspective. And we're talking a lot about protection. Okay. So it's coming back to protecting your energy, protecting your body, protecting your brand, protecting your wealth, protecting the value of your brand. Because these collabs, like it has to make sense. You don't want it to be an uneven value exchange either.
Right.
And then how do you handle the payment for collabs? Is it just like everyone posts and then whatever you get off it, you get off set rates? Like, how does that work?
It's different for everyone. Everyone can like kind of do it their own way because there's no like right or wrong. But the typical way is if we're going to collaborate, you can sell the video, I'll sell the video, we'll post each other on socials and tag each other. I keep what I make, you keep what you make. So there's no like weird money exchange or anything like this is what you made off of it. This is what I'm because obviously like not everyone that's working together has similar platforms. I've worked with people that have like 20,000 followers on Instagram and I'd have like 1.2 million. So obviously I do have a bigger platform. But the thing is, we both get to use this video for ever, indefinitely.
Yeah.
And just them having like a video with me, like that could be like a selling point. So in the long run, like they can make more money off of it, but I'm going to keep what I made off of it because that money came from the fans that I originally got the audience built for anyway. So that would have came to me regardless.
I think that makes fair. I think that makes sense. I think that's fair for sure. So in closing, Lacey, what are your goals? Like, what's next for you?
Yes, now you guys my goals because they're so big.
exciting.
They're so big, and I don't need you guys coming after me. Let's just say she's gonna make it really big.
Oh,
She's the next best thing. She's the it girl. Okay, yeah. So don't even worry about it. You'll see where it's going. You'll see where it's going because it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen soon. It's gonna happen fast, and it's gonna stick around. So definitely keep an eye out to see what's next because it's nothing but really big, good things.
Well, I can't wait. And I believe everything she says, y'all. So we will be tuning in to your future successes. And what a pleasure this has been to meet you in person. Thank you so much for having us in your beautiful home. Like, this has been absolutely priceless. And I hope that this was a very valuable conversation for everyone as well.
Thank you.
Thanks for listening to Cash Content and Chaos. If you had fun, be sure to subscribe, leave a review, and share this episode with someone who would love it too. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram at TikTok at _only_consultant. And I'm also on X at the Only Consult. I will be back with more real talk on money, entrepreneurship, and life to remind you that you don't have to figure it out all alone. Be well, guys.